you're not saying you think Republicans are going to stop it.
I don't think Donald Trump wants another election. You think for a second I have 24 Trump 2028 hats. His folks keep sending me.
Gavin Newsom he's daring Tom Homan to come and arrest him. Should he do it? I would do it if I were.
Governor Gavin Newsom has launched a comprehensive and impassioned public campaign, a strategic and direct appeal to President Trump, urging him to dramatically and unequivocally increase the scope and scale of federal efforts to effectively manage forest lands within the borders of California. Welcome viewers to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, like my video and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. Newsom's primary argument, a central and foundational pillar of his public stance, hinges on a profound and often overlooked, yet critically important, fact of land ownership. The federal government is, by a significant and overwhelming margin, the single largest landowner in California. Federal agencies currently control a staggering 57% of the state's total forest area, a figure that is not only immense but also dwarfs the holdings of any other single entity. In a stark and telling contrast, the state government is directly responsible for the management of a mere 3% of the total forested land. This vast and undeniable disparity in land control, which Newsom emphasizes with a tone of urgent clarity, creates a fundamental and continuously escalating challenge for all aspects of wildfire prevention and response. He asserts with conviction that California's extensive, proactive, and often costly measures, which have been implemented with great effort, are continuously jeopardized, undermined, and rendered less effective by what he perceives as a profound and dangerous lack of corresponding commitment, engagement, and financial investment from Washington. The governor's message is both unequivocal and clear. True wildfire resilience is a shared responsibility, a burden that must be borne by both state and federal partners, and it is entirely unattainable without a robust, fully engaged, and financially committed federal partner working in parallel with the state. A comprehensive and actionable blueprint for collaborative management. To move beyond political rhetoric and provide a clear, actionable path forward out of this crisis, Governor Newsom has taken the extraordinary and unprecedented step of sending a meticulously crafted model executive order directly to the White House. This proposed order is far more than a simple request or a political gesture. It is a meticulously detailed and pragmatic strategic blueprint designed to compel and guide federal agencies to align their forest management capabilities and financial investments with California's own historic and ongoing commitments. The document provides a detailed and well-thought-out framework for collaboration, outlining specific, tangible actions that, if implemented, would help bridge the significant operational and financial gap between state and federal efforts. Newsom's action is simultaneously a plea for much-needed assistance and a powerful demonstration of his own leadership, offering a tangible, well-thought-out solution to a complex, multi-jurisdictional problem that has historically been plagued by bureaucratic inertia and unproductive political finger-pointing. The proposal demonstrates California's willingness to take ownership of its portion of the crisis while simultaneously demanding a more equitable, functional, and productive partnership from the federal government. The urgency and gravity of Newsom's appeal is amplified by a series of recent federal actions that have, in his view, directly and dangerously weakened California's inherent capacity to fight fires. For instance, the Task Force Rattlesnake, a highly specialized and exceptionally effective unit of the California National Guard, CalGuard, has had a significant portion of its expert personnel unexpectedly and detrimentally diverted. This elite team of over 300 members, which operates in direct support of CAL FIRE for crucial prevention and suppression efforts, has seen more than half of its members unexpectedly redeployed to Los Angeles. Newsom has publicly condemned this move as an illegal federalization of the Guard, which has critically and dangerously left only 40% of the unit's highly trained crews available for critical wildfire response missions during a time of heightened risk. This personnel drain is severely compounded by concerning and counterintuitive cuts to the U.S. Forest Service. The agency has seen a substantial 10% reduction in its total positions and a drastic 25% decrease in roles outside of direct wildfire response. These cuts not only directly and immediately impact the ability to deploy firefighters to active blazes but also critically undermine essential, long-term prevention work such as strategic forest thinning and the application of prescribed burns, which are the very tools needed to prevent catastrophic fires. These policies, in Newsom's view, represent a direct and immediate threat to the safety and security of communities across the state, leaving them fundamentally more vulnerable to catastrophic fire events. California's unwavering and highly strategic investments for resilience. Despite the significant obstacles and a perceived lack of partnership created by what the governor calls dangerous recklessness on the part of the Trump administration, California has not wavered in its profound and ongoing commitment to building wildfire resilience. A partnership established during President Trump's first term set an ambitious joint goal of treating 1 million acres of land annually. While this ambitious target has been challenging to meet, the collaboration has been productive, with the total acres treated now exceeding 700,000 annually, a remarkable and positive achievement. A key and highly effective part of this strategy has been the increased and systematic use of prescribed fire, with acres treated via this method having more than doubled since 2021. This clear progress demonstrates the effectiveness of state-federal cooperation when it is properly prioritized and when both parties are truly engaged in a spirit of collaborative action. Since Governor Newsom took office, the state has unilaterally invested over $350 million in projects on federal lands, a clear and decisive demonstration of its deep financial commitment to proactive management across all forested areas, regardless of ownership. This significant financial backing is part of a broader, more aggressive, and meticulously planned strategy. Over the past 5 years, CAL FIRE has significantly expanded its workforce, adding an average of 1,800 full-time and 600 seasonal positions annually, which is nearly doubling the hiring rate of the previous administration. This substantial increase in staffing is central to the state's long-term strategy, with CAL FIRE planning to hire thousands of additional firefighters and natural resource professionals to meet escalating demands and the growing threat of climate-fueled fires. The state's proactive and well-funded approach is producing measurable and impressive results on the ground. For the first time, California has successfully surpassed its goal for beneficial fire, treating a total of 51,286 acres with prescribed burns in the past year. This achievement underscores the effectiveness of the state's strategic plan and its ability to implement large-scale prevention projects. In recent months, Governor Newsom has also announced a series of major new investments, allocating $135 million for new and ongoing prevention projects and an additional $72 million for projects already underway. A new streamlining initiative has also fast-tracked the approval of 24 new vegetation management projects covering nearly 8,500 acres. To further enhance its emergency response capabilities, the state recently announced that its second C-130 Hercules air tanker is now operational, adding a powerful asset to the world's largest aerial firefighting fleet. These comprehensive and decisive actions show that California is not waiting for a complete federal intervention but is actively and robustly protecting its communities from the escalating threat of catastrophic wildfires, all while continuing to push for a more collaborative and equitable partnership.